You are listening to Huddling with the Herd on KYNT, a weekly recap of Yankton High School athletics. Huddling with the Herd is brought to you in part by Mount Marty University, At the Bar, FNBO, Avera, Parker Hannafin, Olson's Pest Technicians, Farmers Union Insurance, SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, Rhonda Westland State Farm Insurance, Vision Care Associates, Explorers Credit Union, Slowey Management, Mason Schramm and the Move Group, MT&RC Smith Insurance, Triple Time Rudy's, Vision Real Estate, First Dakota National Bank, Yankton Medical Clinic, the UPS Store, Hy-Vee, First Chiropractic Centers, Pizza Ranch, and Missouri River Associates. Now, broadcasting live from KYNT Studios, it's Huddling with the Herd with KYNT Sports Director Brayden Butler.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from KYNT Studios in Yankton, South Dakota. Good Saturday morning. It is time for Huddling with the Herd, your weekly recap of Yankton Bucks and Gazelles athletics. And we've been in the thick of it with spring athletics for a while, but this week felt really busy, especially for track and field. They had two events yesterday by itself, so a busy week for them, and just all around multiple events for Yankton baseball, Yankton softball, Bucks tennis, Gazelles golf. It's been quite a week for Yankton athletics. We got a full recap of all of it coming your way today for Huddling with the Herd. Today's show and every show, Huddling with the Herd, brought to you courtesy of Explorers Credit Union. Discover the difference with them at explorerscu.com. They proudly serve Northeast Nebraska and Southeast South Dakota. As per the rules, as per tradition, I guess, we're going to kick things off with Yankton Bucks baseball when we come back. We'll break down their matchups earlier this week against Sioux Falls, Washington, and just yesterday against Brandon Valley. We'll also hear from the postgame of that Washington game with head coach Drew Lawrence of the Yankton Bucks. So that's coming up, as well as plenty more here on KYNT and KYNT. Good Saturday morning. We're back in a couple minutes.
Looking for the perfect pair of glasses? At Vision Care Associates, we've got you covered. Step into our showroom and discover our vast selection from timeless classics to the latest trends. With several styles to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect match for your look. Experience personalized service and expert care, whether you need help finding the right frame or adjusting your new glasses for the perfect fit.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Union people are my people, dreaming big, keeping life simple, saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall, together we rise, together we call. Credit Union people are my people, it's true, and I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit explorerscu.com to join the journey today.
At Mount Marty University, students get real support and real opportunities.
Hi, I'm Maya, and I'm a business major at Mount Marty University. The professors here at Mount Marty are just amazing. They're very good about supporting me through future internships and jobs that they try and line me up with, and they also provide real life experiences in the classroom through projects and speakers and things like that.
Start your journey online at mountmarty.edu.
Spring is here and the games are just getting started. From baseball season in full swing to NHL and even golf, At the Bar has it all on. Add in local matchups and more, and there's always a game worth watching. With TVs everywhere and a welcoming hometown feel, it's the perfect place to kick back and enjoy the game. So bring your friends, settle in, and be part of the crowd, where every cheer feels a little louder and every moment a little better together. You can watch the game anywhere, but the real fans gather at the Bar in downtown Yankton.
Buying your first home? That's a big moment. A happy, feel-good Wednesday housewarming party moment. When you're ready to look for a home, start with a local FNBO mortgage lender. We're here to answer questions, personalize the experience, and share our expertise so you can focus on your search. Start your application and get pre-qualified now at fnbo.com. Your mortgage moment is just around the corner, and FNBO will be there every step. Visit our nearest branch or go to fnbo.com. FNBO is an equal housing lender.
Welcome back on KYNT and KYNTV. This is Huddling with the Herd. We're going to get things rolling this week, breaking down Bucks and Gazelles athletics with Yankton Bucks baseball. had a couple doubleheaders already this week. They got another doubleheader scheduled for tomorrow. But we'll start back on Tuesday. A 2-0 sweep of Sioux Falls, Washington for the Bucks, and some dominant pitching performances by their starters. In Game 1, Yankton won 9-1. Beck Reichen threw 5 innings, gave up only 3 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, and struck out 7 batters while going 3 for 5 at the plate as well for Reichen. Sam Goki and Easton Fieser both went 2 for 4 with a run each in Game 1. Christian Weir scored 2 runs and drove in 2 more, and Jackson Kudera finished with 3 RBIs. Lower scoring in Game number 2, a 4-1 win for Yankton, but a dominant performance on the mound from Sam Goki. He retired 21 of 23 batters faced. He allowed only 1 hit. It was a home run, so that's the only blemish, and only 1 walk while striking out 11 batters. Easton Fieser drove in a run for Yankton. Beck Reichen, Tate Bestie, Jackson Kudera, Will Sager, the 4 runs scored for the Bucks. But Sam Goki was the name of the day in Game number 1, and he was praised, deservedly so, by his head coach in the post-game interview, which we're going to head to that post-game coach interview right now here on KYNT and KYN TV here on Huddling with the Herd.
Coach, I have to start with Game 2 and Sam Goki. 2 batters faced above the minimum, gave up 1 hit. I know it was a solo shot, gave up 1 walk, retired every other batter he faced, 11 strikeouts tonight. He was exceptional.
Yep, Samuel doing Samuel things. It was super impressive. And it was as good as it looked on paper, too. Dominant with his fastball, dominant with his off-speed pitches. We had control over all of it. When he does that, he's unbeatable. I mean, so that's fun to see. He threw 11 pitches every inning except 1. That's efficiency. So.
We were going to bring that up. Josh was counting that, so I'm glad that you brought that up as well, because just being that efficient with the pitches, and you guys really had dominant pitching throughout. I know Sam goes the complete game in Game 2, but between Beck, Boston, and Chase Cooley in Game 1, another trio of dominant performances there as well.
Yeah, and we could have had Beck a little bit more. Beck got to a number a little earlier than we had anticipated as far as what we wanted him to stop at. And then we wanted to give Boston and Chase some work before we play on Friday, because they'll be starting both those games. So wanted to get them some work because, we just took a week off. So a little work doesn't hurt anybody, but those guys did a good job. Yep, but as you said, pitching was spot on and really good today.
Offense, obviously, it came alive really well in Game number 1. You were aided by a few mistakes in the field from Sioux Falls, Washington, but 9 runs on 10 hits in the opening game. Cools off a little bit, but you get the 4-1 win in Game 2 with off of those 2 hits. So what was kind of like feeding into that offensive explosion in Game number 1? We might have hit the ball better in Game 2. It just, happens to be line drives that get caught. We had a lot of line drives to the warning track. A lot of infield line drives that were caught. So we might have swung the bat better in Game 2. I know that doesn't always correlate to what the box score says, but, we had runners on. We had a lot of guys that we left on base, but these guys battled and they figured out a way to make hard contact. We made hard contact all day, so that's all you really want to see as a coach and a team is hard contact, and, eventually those results will come. Did see a lot more aggressive base running in Game 2 compared to Game 1, and that helps you guys score multiple runs. Jackson Kudera hits a single in the second inning, and then just by mistakes in the field, wills himself all the way back around to home to score your guys' run there in that half inning. But a lot of different guys with stolen bases in Game 2. Yep, and it's a compliment to our team because their catcher is pretty good. He had a good arm. He was quick. Their pitchers were quick to home, so even getting those steals. We stole third at least once, maybe a couple times there, where our guys have just gotten older and wiser, and they've figured out if no one's holding me on, I can take third. And Washington in general did a good job of holding us on at second, but then as soon as they lapsed one time, our guys took third. So compliment to those guys. All around a great performance. You now move to 12-2 on the year in Class A play. Coming in today, you were the number 2 team in the class, trailing only Harrisburg at the top. So I know these games are important for you guys, but heading in now to some road games, which I think Spearfish was the last time you guys played outside of Riverside Field. So what's coming up this weekend? I know you got some games Friday and some games Sunday. Friday, Brandon Valley. They're good. They're really good. It'll be tough games. Sunday, I think we go to Watertown. And they're a well-coached team. They'll be solid. So we got a big weekend. Hopefully we can, keep our winning ways going. But we'll just play well. We'll play our game, and we'll see what happens.
That was head coach Drew Lawrence after the Yankton Bucks doubleheader sweep of Sioux Falls, Washington back on Tuesday. Was not the end of the week, though, for the Yankton Bucks. Pair of games last night. Number 2 against number 3 in the class. The Brandon Valley Lynx hosting the Yankton Bucks. And unfortunately for Yankton, the Lynx were able to get a doubleheader sweep. The Bucks falling to 12-4 with those 2 losses. Game number 1 of their doubleheader. It was a 2-1 win for Brandon Valley. A low-scoring game. Both these games very close. For the Yankton Bucks at the plate, they were held to just 4 hits as a team. Sam Goki, Easton Feeser, Carter Boomsma, and Jackson Kudera each recording a hit. The lone run of the game for Yankton came when Easton Feeser drove in Brennan Gilmore. Boston Frick got the start on the mound. He threw 4 innings, gave up 5 hits, no runs, had 2 strikeouts. Tate Bestie was credited with the loss as he pitched 3 innings of relief, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs in the loss. Game number 2 of the doubleheader saw another Brandon Valley win, 5-3 the final in the nightcap. For Yankton at the plate, they were led by Sam Goki, who went 2 for 2 with an RBI and 2 walks in the game. 3 hits total as a team, though. Tate Bestie picking up the third. Beck Reichen scored a run, as did Jackson Kudera and Simon Kamshoff to round out the Bucks scoring. Chase Cooley, credited with the loss on the mound. I feel a little hard done. 3 innings pitched, 2 hits given up, 4 runs, but none of them were earned. Issued 4 strikeouts to 2 walks. Caden Hunoff came in, pitched 3 innings, gave up 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Struck out 5 batters and did not issue a walk. Only threw 37 pitches over those 3 innings. So very impressive performance out of the pen for Caden Hunoff. But in the end of the day, Yankton falls in both games. They're now 12-4 on the season, and they got a couple games coming up tomorrow as they take on Watertown up in Watertown. First game scheduled for noon tomorrow, game 2 to follow. It's going to do it for Yankton Bucks baseball here for Huddling with the Herd. When we come back, we're going to talk about Yankton Gazelles softball. They've had a busy week as well. 3 games this week, including 2 yesterday in Sioux Falls. We'll talk about that when we come back. This is KYNT and KYN TV. It's Huddling with the Herd.
If you want a job where your work matters, you belong at Avera. Here, we've invested in our workforce because every Avera team member drives our health ministry forward, making a difference in lives and communities every day. We offer competitive pay, great health insurance, and even career opportunities. We're putting people first, including you. Search for local job openings and apply at avera.org/careers.
Imagine paid vacation, sick leave, holidays, and full medical coverage the moment you start a new job. Plus quarterly profit sharing, 5% 401k match, and a company-paid retirement plan. Your first day on the job. With Parker of Yankton, you don't have to imagine, because all these benefits begin day 1. We are hiring assemblers, material handlers, and line operation techs for both shifts. Don't mind working nights? Enjoy a pay differential of $235. If you're looking to upgrade your career and have day 1 benefits, apply today at parker.com.
Parker, engineering your success.
Do you have a pest problem? Bed bugs, bats in the attic, termite damage, earwigs? Olson's Pest Technicians can tackle any of your pest problems. Family owned and operated with over 80 years of pest experience in South Dakota, Minnesota, and Iowa. Proven pest methods include Centricon bait stations for termites and Vicane treatments for bed bugs. Even the toughest pest infestations don't stand a chance. Olson's Pest Technicians, putting pests to rest since 1966. Call 800-KIL-BUGS.
In nearly every family's lineage, there's a tie to agriculture. It's a legacy reflected in how we raise our kids, help our neighbors, and respect what we have. Farmers Union Insurance was built on that legacy. And while our roots are in agriculture, our protection has grown to include home, auto, business, health, and life. Protect your legacy. Farmers Union Insurance.
You've been suffering from chronic pain or a recent injury.
Check us out, Lane, Reed, and Cole Sawatsky at SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab.
We offer a wide variety of treatments and techniques, including dry needling, cupping, chiropractic adjustments, and sports rehabilitation.
Our mission is to ensure an individualized and efficient treatment plan to get you back on your feet.
From ankle sprains and sports injuries to neck pain and headaches, we've got your back.
Give us a call or book an appointment on our website. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy.
Located on Summit Street across from the high school.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN-TV. Let's talk Yankton Gazelles softball. 3 games for them this week, 2-1 for the Gazelles. It started with a high-scoring game on Tuesday. 29 combined runs between Yankton and Mitchell as the Gazelles defeat the Colonels 16-13. Jocelyn Behrens leading the way, 3 for 4 for the Gazelles. Kyra Churchma hit a home run in the win, finishing 2 for 4 at the plate, but obviously top to bottom, the Gazelles bats were working well on Tuesday. On Friday now, there's Sioux Falls swing. A couple games yesterday up in Sioux Falls. Split those two games. They fell to Dakota Valley in their opening game of the day at a little after noon is when that game started, 9-4. 5 Gazelles each had a hit for Yankton, just one hit, but Jocelyn Behrens, Kyra Churchma, Madison Musfelt, Brooklyn King, and Eliza Gurney all getting in the hit column. An impressive win in game number 2 of their day as Yankton took on Sioux Falls Christian in the second game of the day. Jocelyn Behrens was able to go 3 for 5 with 3 runs scored. September Rao had a pair of hits, driving in 3 runs for Yankton. And Brenna Elwood and Madison Musfelt each had 2 hits each. The Gazelles will host Vermilion on Monday for their next game. Looking at the current Class AA standings for softball, the Gazelles are 11th in the class, just behind Sioux Falls Lincoln. They're 4-8 overall for Yankton. They're just ahead of Pierre. They're just behind Sioux Falls Lincoln in those state spots, that SODAC 16 spots right now, wanting to move up the list as we're getting closer and closer to the end of the season. But a couple good games, one loss, but 3 good games for the Gazelles this past week. They try to keep that rolling, like I said, starting on Monday next week when they take on the Vermilion Tanagers. Good luck to the softball program coming up with another week of action. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we're talking Yankton track and field. A busy week for them as well here on Huddling with the Herd. Back in a couple minutes. KYNT, KYNTV.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision too. That's why State Farm agent Rhonda Westland is right here in Yankton to help you select the right protection at the right price. Rhonda will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Rhonda Westland, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call her. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first. We offer expertise and experience, where your long-term eye care is our concern. State-of-the-art technology, where we never lose sight of quality. Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Union people are my people. Dreaming big, keeping life simple. Saving smart, living free. At Explorers Credit Union, you're just like me. We chart new trails, we stand tall. Together we rise, together we call. Credit Union people are my people, it's true. And I found my crew at Explorers CU. Federally insured by NCUA. Visit ExplorerCU.com to join the journey today.
Having guests coming to Yankton for area graduations? Well, the 2 best choices are easy, the Fairfield by Marriott and the Holiday Inn Express. Enjoy comfortable rooms, free breakfast, gathering rooms, pool, and more. With graduation season coming up from Montmarty, USD, and Yankton High School, rooms are filling fast, so don't wait. Call the Fairfield by Marriott or the Holiday Inn Express in Yankton to lock in great rates and stress-free reservation changes.
Buying a home isn't just about real estate. It's about investing in yourself. At the Move Group, we believe the best time to buy is when it makes sense for you. Our expert agents put people before transactions, meaning we listen first, provide honest guidance, and help you make a confident decision. No pressure, no gimmicks. Markets change, but the right home is about more than just numbers. It's about finding the right fit for your life and your future. When you're ready, we're here to help. Contact the Move Group today.
Welcome back here on KYNC and KYNTV. This is Huddling with the Herd. Couple events this week for Yankton track and field. It's time to talk about those. But before we do, a reminder that Huddling with the Herd is presented to you by Explorers Credit Union. Discover the difference with them at explorerscu.com. We start on Tuesday. Yankton Track and Field claimed 11 event victories at a 5-team meet at Brandon Valley High School. Gazelles claimed 6 of those wins. Individually, Berkeley Olson won the 100, Riley Mosier won the 400, and Nora Yeomans won the 1600, as well as Rylan Jackson. She won the 800. The Gazelles also claimed a pair of relay wins. Olson and Mosier teamed up with Aviana Seiler and Ava Henricks for a win in the 800 relay, and Abby Johannesson, Kaylin Peterson, Avery Woostewald, and Addie Muth all combined to win the 3200 relay for the Gazelles. As for the Bucks, 5 event victories for them. Jack Brandt took the top spot in the 100. Isaac Paulson won the 3200, and Brighton Olson won the 1600, so a pair of distance wins for the Bucks, distance runners, and 2 relay wins as well. Brandt teamed up with Alex Swihart, Tegan LaCroix, and Abe O'Brien to win the 800 relay, and Isaac Paulson, along with Tristan Dusher, Isaac Larrington, and Evan Olson won the 3200 relay. Now looking at yesterday, 2 events for the Yankton Bucks and Gazelles yesterday. It's Howard Wood Relay Weekend. That started yesterday. And also, Yankton early in the morning competed in the O'Gorman Invitational Track and Field meet, winning 2 girls events and 1 boys events. Yankton's Berkeley Olson would win the long jump, clearing 17:10. Teammate Juliet Remington was 6th. Also for the Gazelles, the team of Charlie Madsen, Ava Henricks, Avi Seiler, and Riley Mosier won the 400 relay for Class AA. Also for Yankton, Delaney Yeomans finishing 4th in the 1600. On the Bucks side, Yankton's Jack Brandt would win the 100-meter dash. Also for Yankton, Carson Krall was 2nd in the pole vault. Austin Conway was 5th in the discus. Isaac Dimmer was 5th in the 110-meter hurdles. Braxton Hoover was 5th in the 400-meter, and Talon Kenny was 6th in the discus. In relay events for the Bucks, Carson Kuka, Heath Barrett, Devin Auk, and Caden Needham finished 4th in the medley relay. Landon Merkel, Dominic Stans, Isaac Demmer, and Max Eichenberger were 4th in the 1600 relay for Class AA. And Tristan Dusher, Luke Jacobson, Isaac Larrington, and Evan Olson were 6th in the 3200-meter relay. Yankton also competing in the opening day of the Howard Wood relays. Only 1 top finish for the Yankton team on day 1, and that was Berkeley Olson, placing 8th in the girls' long jump. The Howard Wood relays will conclude today in Sioux Falls. Scheduled to start things off again at Howard Wood Field at 10 a.m. this morning. Some early morning cold temperatures kind of pushing that around. But 10 a.m. this morning, they're scheduled to continue and conclude the Howard Wood relays today at Howard Wood Field in Sioux Falls. So good luck to the Bucks and Gazelles competing out there today up in Sioux Falls. We're going to go back to break here on KYNT and KYN TV. When we return, we're going to double things up. Bucks tennis and Gazelles golf on the docket when we come back. This is Huddling with the Herd, KYNT, KYN TV.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Don't gamble. Insure with MT and RC Smith Insurance in Yankton, your independent agent for home, business, auto, life, and bonds. Visit mtrcsmithinsurance.com.
There's a difference when a convenience store is locally owned, and you feel it the moment you stop at Triple Time Rudy's. You'll get great quality fuel to keep you on the move, plus local and regional favorites like Dimmick Cheese and premium meats from the Kaler and Renner Lockers. It's the kind of place that's convenient and connected to your community. Conveniently located at 17th and Broadway, Triple Time Rudy's, fueling your day, fueling your community.
Hi, I'm Deb Speck with Vision Real Estate. If you're thinking of selling your home, let's start with a full market analysis so you can understand our local market trends and know what to expect. Let me handle the details so you can focus on your next adventure. When it's time to move, pack those Vision boxes and hook up to our courtesy trailer. Call me, Deb Speck, at 605-664-5555.
Is it the competition that keeps bringing you back? The long-standing rivalries? Or is it seeing friends again and cheering on your favorite team? At First Dakota, we're here for it all. We appreciate the fans, the players, the coaches and officials, the concessions crew. The shared community experience is part of what makes life here great, and we're here for it. See you at the game. First Dakota National Bank, member FDIC.
Life doesn't slow down for injuries, and neither should your care. With Yankton Medical Clinic Orthopedic Walk-In Care, you can be seen quickly, Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. No referrals, no long waits, just experienced, highly trained surgeons ready to help you heal and get back to what you love. And because we live right here in Yankton, your care stays close to home. I'm Dr. Jeremy Kudera, orthopedic surgeon with Yankton Medical Clinic. I'm proud to call Yankton home. We're your orthopedic team, and we're here for you.
Welcome back on KYNT and KYN-TV. You're listening to Huddling with the Herd, Yankton's weekly recap of Bucks and Gazelles athletics. We've talked Bucks baseball, we've talked Gazelles softball, we've talked Bucks and Gazelles track and field. Now it's time to double things up, talk about Bucks tennis and Gazelles golf here on the day. Pair of meets this week for Bucks tennis. They won 17 of 18 matches on Tuesday during a triangular in Vermilion. The Bucks swept Lennox 9-0 in their opening matchup. They did drop one match head-to-head with Vermilion for an 8-1 win over the Tanagers. But impressive performance on Tuesday for the Bucks tennis program. They would go on to go 2-0 on Thursday in a varsity tennis triangular against Watertown and Brookings. Close match with the Watertown Arrows to start the day. A 5-4 win. Yankton would sweep doubles play, and earning singles victories for the Bucks were Harrison Kraske at Flight 1 and Zane Becker at Flight 6. The Bucks would end the afternoon with a sweep of Brookings, defeating the Bobcats 9-0. So a great end to the day for Yankton Bucks tennis and the end of their week as they will next compete on Monday. They are back on the road in Mitchell for a varsity quad. Mitchell, Pier, and Vermilion will all compete in the event, but since Yankton's already played Vermilion this season, the Bucks will only face Mitchell and Pier. That is on Monday up in Mitchell. Now turning our attention to Yankton Gazelles golf. On Tuesday, they competed in the state capitol, and a couple circumstances that were really outside of their control affected things on Tuesday. Number one, the tee time was moved due to early morning cold temperatures. And number two, their leading scorer on the season, Elia Homestead, was unavailable. Yankton did finish 6th out of 8 teams in the event. They finished ahead of both Winter and Huron. Aberdeen Central was able to win the team title, beating second place Mitchell by 30 strokes. A very impressive Aberdeen Central program earlier this week. But with Elia Homestead inactive, the leading scorer on the season, like I said, Sabrina Kraske led the team, a 10th place individual finish, shooting 83 on the day. Bailey Anderson finished at 90. Olivia Woods and Jocelyn Elwood both carded identical 105s for Yankton. Moving ahead to Friday now, which is just yesterday for the Gazelles, placing 3rd out of 5 teams at an invitational at Brayden Golf Course. Yankton shot .369 as a team, led by a 4th place individual finish from Elia Homestead. O'Gorman would claim the team title as they shot .347 as a team. O'Gorman's Aaron Hurd placed first and Ari Jacobs placed second to take the top 2 individual spots. But following Homestead in her 4th place finish at an 84, Harper Anderson shot 93, Jocelyn Elwood and Olivia Woods each shot 96, and Everly Bruning shot 97 to round out the team scoring. The Gazelles return to action this coming Tuesday for a varsity quadrangular at Baker Crossing Golf Course in Sioux Falls. Good luck to the Gazelles on that one on Tuesday. We're going to go back to break here on Huddling with the Herd. When we come back, we're going to have YHS Nation for you, and then we'll wrap things up from KYNT Studios. Back in a couple minutes here on KYNT, KYN-TV.
Recently, a woman came into the UPS store to make some color copies for a project. As we were finishing up, she asked if we could help her design and print graduation announcements for her daughter. The answer? Of course we can! At the UPS store in Yankton, we've been helping families with everything from basic copies to beautifully customized graduation announcements. Come see us at the UPS store in Yankton today and let us help make your special occasions even more memorable.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenience. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
It's easy to fall into the weekend warrior routine. A long hike, a hard gym session, a pickup game, or a full day of yard work can feel productive until your body reminds you it hasn't been building up to that load. This is Dr. Mackenzie Erlinson with First Chiropractic Centers. Injuries often happen when the demand suddenly outpaces what your joints and muscles are prepared for. Want to stay active without the setbacks? Visit First Chiropractic Centers today with offices in Yankton, Hardington, Tyndall, and Wagner, inspiring and empowering others to healthier living.
Practice, meetings, errands, homework, life doesn't slow down. That's why Yankton Pizza Ranch makes dinner easy. Our buffet is hot, fresh, and ready when you are. Pizza, desserts, and the country's best chicken. When your schedule's packed but you still want something delicious, make it a buffet day at Yankton Pizza Ranch, serving daily from 11 to 8.
It's where life tastes better. Surround them up and head her down to Pizza Ranch.
Whoa, that's good.
Ever have one of those days? Your car breaks down. Your dog decides your couch is a chew toy. And, oh yeah, a tree falls on your roof. Don't worry, Missouri River Associates has you covered. Auto, home, pet mishaps, we're here for all of life's little oops moments. Call 665-6885 for your free quote. Because life happens, and we're ready for it.
At Vision Care Associates, we're always improving our technology for the health of your eyes. With OptiMap dilation-free exams, you get a comprehensive view of your retina without the need for dilation eye drops. It's quick, easy, and best of all, it keeps your day interruption-free. OptiMap captures a detailed image of your eye, helping to detect any problems. No blurriness, no discomfort, just clear, precise results. Book your OptiMap exam now.
Vision Care Associates, where the health of your eyes comes first.
Welcome back here on KYNT and KYN TV. This is Huddling with the Herd, and it's time for YHS Nation. YHS Nation is a look at the activities and events going on around Yankton High School in the coming week outside of the athletic sphere. And it's a double feature this week. We got a pair of interviews, so let's get right into it. Dave Lesher will introduce things this week for YHS Nation here on Huddling with the Herd.
This is YHS Nation on KYNT. A big event goes on today at the Yankton Middle School. The district-wide art show began yesterday afternoon. It will be in session again today starting at 11. Let's go to Josh Bolter talking to Stewart Principal Cody Lucas about the show going on today.
I'm Josh Bolter. You're listening to KYNT, and joining us right now is Stewart Elementary Principal Mr. Cody Lucas. Cody, appreciate the time today.
Yeah, appreciate talking with you as well.
Yeah, and glad to have you on here. And the reason why we're talking is this weekend is the big art fair. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Cody, what do people need to know here?
The unique thing about the art fair is it is our preschool all the way through 12th grade. Every student has a piece of art at the elementary level, middle school, and early childhood level, and high school art. So I think it's very unique because you get to see all the different art from the entire district, and that includes the elementary, middle school, Trailhead Learning Center, the high school, and Sacred Heart. So it's fun to see the different art creativity that all the kids have that they bring out in their artwork and to really showcase what they're doing throughout the school year.
And you mentioned the creativity part there. How important is it to be able to showcase the students' creativity, like you said, all the way from preschool up through high school?
Yeah, it is fun to see, and some teachers have art from the beginning of the year or let the kids pick their favorite piece of art that they did throughout the year. So it is fun seeing just from when you see them in preschool when they start with their art all the way through as they go to high school. At high school, you see more of the creativity with the pottery, more specific to exact types of art that they're doing there. It's also nice at the elementary and middle school level because sometimes art is the one thing that the kid really enjoys and really gets into. And I'll tell you, just even walking through the halls of my school here at Stewart, when art's hung up, it's fun seeing the different styles of art that come out. It can be the same art project, but just seeing how each kid turns a little twist to it to make it their own unique art.
And now let's go into a little bit more of some of the details here, the where, when, things like that people need to know for this weekend.
Yeah, so it takes place at the Yankton Middle School, and it is in the gym right through the main entrances. The doors will be unlocked where you walk in, and the gym is to your left right when you get in there. Just open to the public whenever you want to come in. Saturday from 11 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Walk on in those front doors, and it's to your left when you get towards the gym. On Saturday, there also is a vendor fair for Science Olympiad, a fundraiser that Science Olympiad's putting on that will take place in the cafeteria as well. So stop, check out the art, and also go check out the vendor fair in the cafeteria. They got a variety of different vendors there as well.
All right, and then with that, Cody, is there anything else that we haven't covered or haven't mentioned maybe that you want to bring up with this that you think people need to know?
This is something we've been doing for years. They started, and we take a lot of pride in it. I know a lot of people from the community come out and enjoy it. We encourage people that don't even have students, maybe grandparents or just community members, to come out and see the great things that the Yankton School District is doing with our students.
All right, so Cody mentioned there will also be a vendor fair going on today at the Yankton Middle School. The art show is in the gym, and then if you keep going to the lunchroom, that's where the vendor fair is. Let's find out more on that with Jeff Erickson and Cheryl Schaefer.
Both the middle school and the high school are going to nationals in Los Angeles next month. But this weekend, they have the Science Olympiad Vendor Fair and the YSD Art Fair. And it's a great way to support them and support science and maybe come home with something nice. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi.
Well, this weekend I know is a big weekend, and I learned pretty quick when I came here how important science was to the Yankton School District and how incredibly successful the Science Olympiad teams have been. What is your role with them, and how long have you been doing it?
I am a coach of the middle school team along with Nicole Melhoff. I've been with Science Olympiad about 20 years, 17 of those with the Yankton Middle School. Basically, we just get together and we practice and we study and we make arrangements for tournaments.
For people that don't know, what exactly is Science Olympiad, if you had to explain it?
Science Olympiad is an academic competition. Students are given a choice of 23 different events. They usually pick about 3 of them to work on. They're testing events, building events. It covers all areas of science, from chemistry to ecology to engineering, just all of the different types of things. So the kids find what they're most comfortable with, and they start working on that. Then we have a local competition. We pick a team of 15 kids plus some alternates. And then we go to the state competition, and if we win at state, then we go on to the national.
And nationals will be in Los Angeles, California. High school and middle school team are both going.
That is correct.
Why
yes.
are you guys so successful every year?
I think when we go to state, we go with the idea that we are going to nationals. And so we're not really all about, we like getting the state medals and all of that, but our focus really is on that future trip to nationals. Kids get really excited about being able to participate, and it's in a different place every year. So we go around to all sorts of college campuses and things like that.
I don't know how you pull this off. If I was taking a field trip out to the fish hatchery with a bunch of middle schoolers, I think I'd be nervous. You're taking them to L.A.
We sure are.
Good for you.
But you got to know, we kind of have the cream of the crop, too.
You got good kids.
We have good kids.
Makes a big difference.
It does.
So you and Nicole Melhoff coach middle school, and then it's Lindsay Corton at the high school level.
That is correct, yes.
Okay. When are nationals?
The actual tournament is the 22nd, Saturday, I think, or the 23rd. We are leaving on the Wednesday, the 20th, and taking a bus out to LA, and then we'll be back here again that following Monday.
And a bus. It's on a bus.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, I'll give you some idea for some road games and songs.
That'd probably be good.
I'm sure you've got those bases covered. So this weekend is the Science Olympiad Vendor Fair, and this will help you raise some funds, right?
Exactly, yes.
All right. Tell us all about this. I know it's the YSD Art Fair, but you've got some vendors and a bake sale going on. What do people need to know?
Well, it starts at 10 o'clock. The vendor fair starts at 10 o'clock and goes until 4. The art show actually starts at 11 until 4. So it's just, so you got an hour where you don't have to, if you want to come in early and then go to the art show. But we just ask people within the community to come on in with their wares, and we set up tables in the cafeteria. This is actually the 3rd time that we've done the vendor fair as a fundraiser, and it's been very successful. We do really encourage people to come on out and check it out. By them helping the vendors and purchasing some of their goods, they're helping us maintain this as a fundraiser. And it has been a really good one. And of course, the bake sale, you just can't miss. The middle school bake sale is
Can't go
just
wrong.
awesome. There you go. You can't go wrong with that, So coming out for that, we're also going to have Crazy Daisy popcorn there and some things like that. So we're very excited about it. We've got a great lineup of vendors, everything from coffee to children's materials to crocheted items to fishing lures. We got it all.
What if somebody wanted to help by making a donation to get the kids out to LA and just to support science? How would they go about that?
They can just, if they want to make a check to Science Olympiad and then just send it over to one of the schools, that would be great. If they want to support the high school team or if they want to support the middle school team, just send it in care of the school and we'll get the money where it needs to go. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about the YSD Art Fair and what people can enjoy.
So we have amazing art teachers. In the elementary, it's mostly the elementary teachers that do the art with the kids and get them started. And then when they get into middle school and high school, they kind of hone in on the areas that they're interested in. The kids have opportunities to deal with lots of different types of artwork and studying artists and all of those things. And then they put their work together, and we've got everything from actually Sacred Heart also participates in the art show. We've got kindergarten through 12th grade artwork displayed, ceramics, and just a lot of different types of things to come and look at. Great place for kids to really show off what they've done and take some pride in their work.
In your opinion, why is it important for kids to embrace science?
Oh, wow.
I've opened a big can of worms.
Everything around you is science,
Yeah.
I mean, really anything, whether you're in nature or whether you're doing different kinds of statistics or graphing or just learning how the world works and how things come together is a big deal. And Yankton community has been so supportive of the sciences here. We've just always been very lucky to have a community that gets behind science completely.
Yeah, but it's people like you that brought it to the forefront. I mean, athletics gets so much attention. Arts gets a lot of attention. Something like science can fall by the wayside. So good job to you and your team on keeping it up front.
Thank you.
What clicked with you in science? Were you in elementary school? Were you in junior high? Was it later in life? What made you a science person?
Well, I have to say, this is maybe even a little bit embarrassing, but I didn't really have a lot of science background all the way through high school. And even in college, I kind of avoided science because I was nervous because I had a kind of not a very good beginning.
I bet you've shared this with your students.
Oh, yeah, I have.
Yeah,
yes.
good.
Yes. And so when I got my first teaching job, it was in science. And so then I had to really dig in, and it was elementary, but it was focused on science. So I had to just really dig into science and found out that I really do like it.
Well, that's great. Obviously, you like it. You love it and have a passion for it. And we are anxious to see how you do out at Nationals. It's not your first trip out there, though.
It is not. We've gone to Nationals every year. We've been in Science Olympiad.
Don't want to break that streak.
Absolutely not.
Well, best wishes. I hope it goes well. I hope you raise some good funds this weekend. It's on Saturday, 10 to 4 at Yankton Middle School over there on Mulberry. Is there anything else anybody needs to know about this?
Just come in the front door, the front middle doors, and the gym will have the art show, and then keep going down to the cafeteria where you'll find our vendors.
All right, art fair and vendor fair today at the Yankton Middle School. I do want to mention one other thing. The YHS Spring Band Concert is going to be Monday night at 7 p.m. And that's today's YHS Nation on KYNT.
Big thanks to all involved in this week's edition of YHS Nation, your weekly look at activities and events going on outside of athletics around Yankton High School. Now it's time for the Yankton, to take a look, at the Yankton activities calendar. What's going on this coming week for the Bucks and Gazelles. Starting Monday, May 4th, 10:30 a.m., the varsity tennis quadrangular up at Mitchell Hitchcock Park. Yankton will face Mitchell and Pierre during the event. Vermilion will also compete, but Yankton and Vermilion will not square off. And Gazelles softball, they will square off with Vermilion as they'll host the Tanagers that night, 6 p.m. at Sertoma Park on Monday. High school band concert also on Monday. Their end-of-year concert starts at 7 p.m. at the Yankton High School Main Theater. Moving ahead to Tuesday, May 5th, Gazelles Golf has a varsity quad at Baker Crossing Golf Course. They'll take on Mitchell, Sioux Falls Jefferson, and Sioux Falls Lincoln in that one. Bucks Tennis has a varsity triangular at Tomar Park in Sioux Falls. They'll face Sioux Falls Christian and Sioux Falls Lincoln beginning at 11 a.m. There was a scheduled varsity matchup with Watertown for Yankton Gazelles softball that day, but that has now been moved to May 19th for anyone who is not yet aware of that. Moving ahead now to Thursday, May 7th, High School All-State Jazz Band will be starting their performance and things like that on Thursday. It's a multi-day event at the Mitchell High School Performing Arts Center. Yankton Track and Field will host the First Dakota Relays beginning at noon on Thursday with field events, 1:30 p.m. for running events. That'll be at Williams Track, the Williams Field and Track Complex out at Yankton High School. And lastly, Friday, May 8th, High School All-State Jazz Band continues in Mitchell. Gazelles Golf will host a invitational at Hillcrest Country Club, and there are a lot of schools in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Aberdeen Central, Brandon Valley, Brookings, Harrisburg, Huron, Mitchell, Pierre, Rapid City, Stevens, and then the Sioux Falls, O'Gorman, Jefferson, Lincoln, Roosevelt, Washington, Sturgis, and then Watertown, rounding out everything on Friday at that invitational at Hillcrest Golf Club. And then Yankton will host will take on Rapid City, Stevens in Mitchell that evening. A little neutral cider for them at 6:30 p.m. for varsity softball. That's your look at the activities coming up this week for Yankton High School in and outside of the athletic sphere. And that's going to do it for Huddling with the Herd this week. Thank you for listening and joining us today. And of course, go out and support the Bucks and Gazelles in everything they do, whether that's on the field, on the track, on the court, or in the classroom, in the theater, in the music department, whatever. Thank you for all the support for them, and thank you for supporting us here at KYNT and KYN TV. Till next time, stay safe, be good people. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll talk at you.